Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing the products that I really loved in June. So it's actually not just products, it's going to be a little bit of everything. There's some makeup in here, some skincare, some clothing, like literally just kind of everything. I'm even going to talk about some cooking stuff. It's just a little hodgepodge here. So before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe if you are interested in more lifestyle videos, makeup, a little bit of everything, and also click that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post. I post videos 3 times a week, and you can also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. So let's just get into it. June has been a crazy month. It has been a whirlwind because of moving 10 hours away from where I used to live. So I feel like June went by in a flash. Like, I didn't even really realize that it happened. In the beginning of June is when we moved, and I just feel like I've been trying to get settled ever since then. So one thing that I've really been loving, honestly, and this video isn't sponsored, I am doing a video with them on my other channel, but I have been really loving Babbel. Babbel has been helping me out so much with learning French because I moved to Montreal, and the circle that I'm in, if you will, is very French. I know there's quite a few English-speaking people in Montreal, but where I am, it's very French. So it's been really jarring and hard to get used to, and Babbel has been helping me like ease into it, learning French. I knew a little bit, but this is really helping me like further my understanding and learn some conversational French, which is what I need. So yeah, I did want to mention that. That's been super helpful. I think I do want to start off with the makeup products though. So first I have a couple of eyeshadow palettes, and they're both actually from ColourPop. ColourPop is pretty much just my go-to for eyeshadow palettes. I don't really feel inclined to buy eyeshadow elsewhere because they're so affordable, and I feel like I have pretty much every color I can think of in my collection thanks to their palettes. So these are 2 of their latest releases. It's Your Golden here, which is one of their mega palettes, and it features a lot of just warm toned colors. Like, it's nothing really earth-shattering, but I do find myself reaching for these tones a lot during the summertime. Usually I am more of a fan of cool tones, but I find that I've really been enjoying this. And then the other palette is their Limoncello palette, and this, I mean, the packaging just got me first of all, but I also think it's so fun. Why couldn't I open that? But this has like some really nice warm tones, once again, some pops of color. I mean, really, like, if you get rid of the blue, yes, it is pretty much just a neutral palette, but I love neutrals. Like, that is what I reach for the most. So both of these are things that I have been using a lot, and I'm never disappointed by the formulas or anything. I especially love their mega palettes. I love having so many choices in one spot. Like, I did an eye look the other day. I used Secret Spot, Covet, and One Way, and Weekend. And I just really liked how it turned out. Like, I feel like I've never been disappointed by their stuff, and I always look forward to playing around with their stuff. I know they release a lot of palettes and it can get overwhelming. Like, they just released the Cherry Crush, I think is what it's called, and I didn't pick up that one even though I did place an order because they have 30% off. And then they have the Fine Feathered one, which was at Ulta, but I couldn't get it because Canada, and I didn't pick up that one because I felt like that one looked like other ones that I had, but I did pick up High Tide. Anyways, moving on. So I filmed a video, and it hasn't gone up yet, but it will be going up soon, of trying a full face of first impressions with Glossier. They happen to have a friends and family sale, and their stuff, like, they basically have one sale a year, so I decided to just try pretty much everything, and I have actually been using a lot of their products since then. It was hard for me not to like include all Glossier in this video, but I didn't. So I chose a couple of products that I think have been standing out apart from the rest, and one of them is Lid Star. I know that this is like kind of a controversial product, I feel like, because it really just blends to a sheen, a wash of color on the lid, but I find for summer I have been reaching for these so much. Like, I love them. Do I need this many shades? Absolutely not, because arguably, like, these 2 shades are pretty similar as I'm covering the color. Once you blend them out, they're pretty similar, and then these 2 shades are also pretty similar. But I just think that these are lovely. I do find when I was blending them out with my finger, I didn't like it quite as much as blending it out with a brush. I actually have the brush that I've been using to blend them out right here. It's the ColourPop E1 brush. I find it works really well, so I'll put it all over the lid, then blend it out, and then I'll add some more right on the lid and blend that out a little bit, but still keeping it more bold. And for me, these don't crease if I use this. So this is the NARS eyeshadow primer. What is it? Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, I think is actually actually what it's called, yes. And I put this on first and then these, and then I find that they don't crease on me and they wear all day. So the shades that I have here are Bun, which is a really nice gold, and then I have Moon, which is more of like a lighter champagne color. Then I have Fawn, which is one of my favorites. It's like a taupey purple, and I have Cub, which is a rose gold color, and then I have Slip, which is like a Glossier pink color. I've used all of them, except I don't think I've used Cub or Slip yet, so I'll have to use those soon and see how I like them. I was so tempted to include the cloud paints on here, but I decided not to. Instead, I wanted to talk about the ColourPop Cheek Dews. These are really nice. There are so many colors. Like, I get overwhelmed looking online because there are so many colors and I feel like they kind of look the same. You do need to shake them up sometimes. Like, this one in particular came to me kind of separated, but I really like them. They give a nice wash of color. It's not too pigmented. It's really easy to build up at the same time. So I have Tumble for Ya, which is just like a rosy mauve pink. I don't know. And then I have Psst, which is more of a mauve, like deeper purple. Then I have So Cosmo, which I've really been enjoying lately. It's a corally orange. And finally Hotline, which I feel like is a true natural pink. All of these perform really well. I've been enjoying them a lot. I find I've been gravitating toward cream products, obviously, and these are no exception. Like, I just love the wash of color that they give. I think it blends in very nicely and looks seamless and natural. Next, I have the only other Glossier product that I let myself include in this video, and that is the Ultra Lips. So these are fairly new. I have been using the Generation G lipsticks as well, but I feel like for summer I've been gravitating towards these more because they are like a hydrating balm. It is so lovely. It's like a slight tint, but you can also build it up and they feel so comfortable on the lips. Like, oh my goodness. And it says actually on the listing that they are the cashmere sweatpants of lipstick, and my goodness, they really are. So I have 5 of the shades here and I can see myself grabbing more in the future. The first shade that I have is Villa, which I would say is my favorite. It's the most natural, really nice rosy pink, or not rosy pink, rosy brown rather. Then I have Lucite, which I do enjoy, but I do find that it's a little bit like cool for me personally. Then I have Trench, which is more of like a toffee brown and very different shade than other things that I have. Then I have Vesper, which is like a super nice bold color, and then Portrait, which I feel like makes it look like you just ate a popsicle. All of these are so lovely and like, oh my goodness, they're so comfortable. Obviously, like, the longevity isn't really there because it is a balmy sort of product, but I don't mind reapplying them because it just feels so nice. I have 2 more makeup products to talk about. So the first one is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. So I have this in the shade Gotland, which is light 1.2. This is actually my first NARS, I think it's my first NARS product ever, but it's also my first NARS like complexion product, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about them, and I definitely want to try some more of their foundations because I really love this. I find it adds a nice radiance to the skin. It wears really nicely on my complexion and I don't feel like it sweats off at all. Like, it's been very hot and we only have air conditioning in 2 of the rooms in the apartment, and this is one of them, but like I can't have it on when I'm filming. So this is something that I don't find slips off my face at all. I find it adds that radiance, but it doesn't really look makeup-y, which is really nice. So I've been a huge fan of this one, and I'm glad it is the tinted moisturizer I decided to go with because I was kind of between this one and the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, but I decided to try this one out. And the final makeup product that I wanted to talk about is the Benefit eyebrow duo thingy that I feel like I've seen everywhere, but my goodness, does this work really well. So I've never really been into doing my brows that much. I already have pretty naturally thick brows, and I would do like the bare minimum. For a while I didn't do anything, and then I would just like fill in the sparse spaces, which I did today with the Glossier Boy Brow in a video that I just filmed. But this has been like changing my life. I feel like my brows look so much better when I use this combination. So it is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter and then the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I have the shade 3.75, which I believe is warm medium brown. But I just love this. Like, it has a really thin applicator, and I'll just go hair-like strokes, all of that business. And then on the other side, you have the spoolie, and it blends out so nicely. So if it looks like you went like too ham on it, it ends up looking fine. And then this brow setter just locks everything into place all day long, which I love. It just has changed my life. Like, I never really cared before, but these products I feel like makes such a difference. So that's it for makeup. Now I'm going to move on to some skincare. So I have a couple of products here. First is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA Pore Tight Toner. It's always so hard for me to say that, honestly, but this I actually just talked about in the video that I just filmed, which was trying TikTok hyped products, a full face of them. And I talked about this because this is definitely really hyped up. This actually works so well. I've been using it for a couple of months now, probably, and I find that it adds just such a nice radiance to my skin. It makes things look really glowy, but not greasy at all, and I just have definitely been loving it. I find it makes a difference for sure, which I feel like with most skincare, I'm like, is it really making a difference? But this definitely does. Next is the Inkey List Hyaluronic Acid treatment, I guess is what you would call it, serum? I don't know, but it's just hyaluronic acid, which, fun fact, I used to for the longest time think it was hydrolonic acid. I just figured that out this year. But anyways, this is just hyaluronic acid. It's nothing that exciting, but I will put this on after cleansing my face when my face is still damp, and I have dry skin, so I find that this really helps to, like, it sinks in right away when my face is damp, and it helps my other products apply nicely, my other skincare products. So I have been using this day and night all the time. I feel like I'm gonna go through it really fast because it's small, but at least it's inexpensive. The other skincare product that I wanted to talk about is actually the SPF that I've been using. This is La Roche-Posay, and it's anthelios. I don't know. It's a melt-in cream. Their products say so many words, and like most of it is in French, but also it's so confusing to me because I feel like some of it isn't even in French or English, and I'm just so confused. But this is SPF 50, and I really like it. I find it works really well. It melts into my skin, and I don't lose the radiance. I don't feel like I get a white cast from it if I take the time to really like work it into my skin. If I don't, then I find a teeny tiny bit, but I'll just kind of like make sure that I'm blending it out nicely and use it on my face and neck and chest and everything, and it doesn't have a smell or anything. I'll just do like 4 fingers and then put it all over, and it works. Next, I have a perfume, and I picked this up not thinking I was going to like it, just kind of wanting to try it, but I love it. It is the Glossier You perfume. This smells so good. Like, it's just like, I don't even know. It's slightly fruity, I'm very bad at describing scents. It just smells like not overpowering, not too intense, just like a nice natural scent. So I just use 1 spritz and I'm good to go for the day. I also really enjoy the little thumb holder on the bottle, which is like a tiny thing, but it just makes me happy. But yeah, I've been applying this whenever I'm leaving the house, other than going to the gym, which is really the only reason I leave the house. But if I go grocery shopping or something, then I apply this, and whew, I love it. I'll honestly just sit there and like smell myself all day because I'm like, smells so good. Next, I have a hair product that I wanted to talk about. So that is the Moroccan oil treatment. I have always wanted Moroccan oil, but never pulled the trigger, but now I finally decided to, and I find that it helps my hair so much. I have really dry hair because it's curly or kind of more wavy, but you know what I mean. And I find this really helps. Once a week, I'll apply it, and it just makes my hair feel a lot better without weighing it down. It smells really good too, so I'm glad that I did finally pull the trigger and pick this up. Now I have a couple of clothing items I wanted to share with you guys, which may seem random, but I don't know, I felt like it seemed fun. So I have this hoodie that I have been wearing all the time. I have it in 2 colors, but I actually have stain remover on the one because I got something on it. I don't know when. I wore it to the gym this morning, and then I saw there was like, looked like lipstick or something on it. I don't know, but it is the Lululemon half zip scuba hoodie. I'll have a link down below for you guys for all of this stuff. I'll have a link down below, but this is just the black one, and then the other one that I have is like the whitish gray one. I love it. So I wear the small, extra small, and I find it's like the perfect oversized fit. It's not too oversized for me. I had ordered the medium large, but I found that was too big. I hate when they do the half sizes because it's so hard to tell like what will work for you, but I'm glad that I went with this one because it's oversized, but not too oversized for me. And I just love it with like high-waisted leggings and everything. It's so comfy, so cozy, very soft on the inside. I'm just obsessed with it. The other clothing item I wanted to talk about is actually a pair of leggings. So I love leggings, and I have so so many pairs, but one of my favorites recently has been these from Alphalete. So they didn't really have any in stock when I was looking last because they're kind of like a launch-based company, but they are the Alphalete Harmony leggings and they are so nice. I find they're really flattering, really soft. I've washed them a couple of times and they haven't like pilled a ton. Like you can tell that I've worn them, but like it's nothing, only if you're looking like that close. If you're looking that close, you need to step back, but they're squat proof. Like I just very much enjoy them. I know it's kind of weird, like the ankle, it goes up at the back, but when you're wearing them, you don't notice it at all. Like it just looks normal. But yeah, I have 4 colors, I think, in these, and I enjoy all of them. They are so lovely. The other weird thing that I've been loving is my hydro jug. So I was like, it's just a giant water bottle. What is it gonna do? But it really helps. It helps me to remember to drink my water. So I have a straw in mine, which also really helps because I find that makes me drink more water, but I have 2 of them actually. This is like the pink one, and then I have a lilac one, and I really like them. I bring them to the gym with me. I bring them pretty much everywhere, like just have it on my desk all day while I'm working, and then I end up drinking so much more water, which is really good because that's something that I am trying to work on. Which actually brings me to my next favorite thing that I wanted to talk about, which is my Apple Watch. So I got the Apple Watch SE in December, and I meant to talk about it then, but like I wasn't really doing monthly favorites videos. I didn't have this channel, so that's why I never really talked about it, but I love this thing so much more than I was expecting to. I am going to do, like, maybe I'll do a video on how I use my Apple Watch, but I will talk about it in a video that I want to do soon, talking about how I stay organized, because this is so helpful with organization. It's so helpful with fitness. Like I just love seeing like the number of steps I've taken and everything like that. Like I just am obsessed with it. So this definitely a good purchase. I did say I was going to talk about food, so this is like such a weird one, but I think in future favorites videos I'll talk about like my favorite recipes that I made in the month, because I love trying different recipes, as you guys probably know. But today I didn't make a lot of recipes in June. It was such a busy month that there was like a lot of eating out and a lot of just quick things, and my favorite thing for that is actually the frozen meals from M&M Meat Market. I think it's Meat Shop or Meat Market, I don't know, but I think that's only in Canada. But oh my goodness, it has been saving my life. Having those in the freezer for days where like I just don't feel like cooking or things are so busy, it has been so helpful. The other day I made the meatballs that they have, and I just like boiled some fresh pasta and it tasted divine. The chicken quesadillas are also really good. We had a creamy chicken pasta. Like they just have a bunch of options and they've all been super delicious and just saving me from ordering in, because my boyfriend and I got into such a bad habit of ordering in all the time when quarantine started, and I don't want to get into that habit again here. So having these meals has been very helpful. And the final thing I wanted to mention is my 2 favorite books of the month. So I thought this would be fun to throw in here. Obviously, if you want to hear more about these books, you can check out my other channel, Hailey in Bookland, which I'm sure is where you came from, but just in case it isn't. But my 2 favorite books for the month of June, which I didn't really read a lot, and I feel like nothing blew me away entirely, but if I had to pick 2, it would be I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver and The Falling in Love Montage by Sierra Smith. So both of these are LGBTQ plus reads. This features a non-binary main character, and this features a female-female romance, and I really enjoyed both of them, but I will talk about them more on my other channel, obviously. I just wanted to throw it in there. Okay, so those are all my favorites for the month of June. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please let me know what your favorite things in June were, because I would love to know. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys in a new video soon. Bye!